All right, guys. Thank you for joining Elevation for our first Sunday in the month of April. And I'm glad that we're beyond April 1st. So we're kind of beyond the April Fools. But I wanted to ask you guys a question because kind of today is a little bit more of a serious topic in a very good way. But my question to you guys is if any of you guys will volunteer to say why Zalise for you. I actually did a training call on Saturday, our fast track launch training. And even though that's done every single Saturday at 11 o'clock, I really do enjoy getting to teach that because it really kind of keeps me in touch with my, initial why and why I do Zalise today. And I see Christina joined us as well, and Lauren and Kathy and Pat. So welcome to you guys. But anybody that wants to share their why for Zalise, I'd love to hear it. And I'm writing your names down. Yes, Cindy.
I'll go first.
Brave woman.
For me, the initial why was the products, because I could actually feel for the first time a CBD product that did something. But after that, it became the integrity of the people in the company. And I'm not talking about the people at the top of the company, the head of the company. I'm talking about the people in the organization, like you and Hal and so many others. And now with Bo and Luis, you just can't find a better place.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. And it's a great compliment, but it's also a great and honest, transparent answer about how your why can evolve over time. So we're super grateful. Anybody else want to get extra credit by sharing?
My turn.
Let's hear it.
I echo what Mom said. My why is the products, number one, first and foremost, because they work. They actually are something that you can stand behind. There's something that you can refer people to. There's something that you can use to help people. And then the second why is, like she said, the family, the team, the people, the fact that y'all genuinely care.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. I love that. I heard Judy Baker as well.
Yes. The product. I was listening to my sister get some information about it, and I got nosy and curious, and I had a problem with the sciatic nerve, and so she pointed me at ice, and it helped. And I thought, man, if something that good, other people need to know about it. So I like to tell people about it. I like to educate them on it. And then hearing other people have success, that they tried a product or this product or that, and it helped them. So helping other people is a big thing. I'm real slow on getting the business part of it started. I'm trying, but I'm a teacher at heart, and I like to teach people about Zalise and all the good things it can do for them. And it just tickles me to death to see people have success with it.
Awesome, Judy. Well said. We love having you as an educator on our team. So thank you for sharing that. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share, Lisa.
Yes, let's hear it, Jenny.
Okay, well, my why has changed, as you know, as some of the others have said on here, but in the beginning, I had no why. I did this just out of a favor to a family member, or yeah. I had no why, but then the more you plug in and listen to people, you start learning about the benefits of the products. And then, Steve and I dove into the science, which is what we really, really love. And you just see and you understand why our bodies need these products. And then you just want to help others and share with others. And not only the physical benefits of these products, but the financial opportunity that this allows someone. And then your why evolves to all these people on this call, and they're just genuine, honest, sincere people. And, who does not want to be a part of that and be friends with all the people on this call? And then I guess my last why is you get so daggone frustrated and tired of people telling you no, you just go, daggone it. Ain't no way I'm quitting. I'm going to stick this out and I'm going to ram it down their throat. So So there.
Jenny Todd, you're awesome. Thank you for sharing that. We absolutely love you. And welcome to Jean. I see that Jean joined us. And who is that on iPhone?
Me?
I was
I
Judy.
am.
No, I see you're on. You've got your name there, but somebody's on iPhone who I
Oh.
didn't immediately recognize. So anyway, I don't. Hey, Sharon, Michelle, it's good to see you guys as well. What we're talking about, you guys, is just our why was the lease, and I had asked for volunteers for anyone who wanted to share why is the lease for them. So we have time for one or two more if anyone else wants to share. Yes,
go.
Christina.
I absolutely love the evolution of education that we have with the lease. Even on the call last Monday night with CBD CBG, we've heard that multiple times, but I actually called my dad from the middle of it and we're like, we're up on your CBG because he's having bladder issues. So it's really honestly the evolution of information. And I know the Todds are with that, you're in that. It comes from all different places and we are all out here information collecting and sharing, but I think that's the biggest part of the community is just the education continues to evolve as we build.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Anybody else? One more?
I'll go.
Yes, Deb.
My initial why was for myself. I had tried other products to help me sleep. Initially, when I started was August of 18. I had cancer back in 13, and I tried multiple products to help me sleep. I tried other hemp oils, but Ultracell was the only thing that Talise had at the time. And within a month, I was getting a much better sleep, and my Fitbit tracked it. So initially, that was my why for myself because I was going crazy. I couldn't sleep more than 2 hours, and I hated to go to bed. But then I started thinking, well, if it helped me, why can't it help other people with cancer or other medical conditions that maybe it'll help them sleep or get more comfort from irritation, inflammation type thing. And I've always liked science and I like the quality of their products and I love teaching that to other people. So it's a combination of things. And of course, the money is a nice benefit and the free products are a nice benefit. But I think our group itself, it helps us stay motivated hearing other stories. And the new corporate team is a big plus. So that was my last why.
Awesome.
And I won't quit either, Jenny.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you guys. It's, it's really transparent because this business can bring you to your knees. And just to kind of share, a lot of you guys know my story. I've talked about it a lot, especially on the Fast Track launch call.
Can you hear me?
Because yes.
Can I say
Kayla.
something? I don't know.
Sure.
I agree with Jenny. There are times I just want to ram it down their throat. I do. But it's the nurse in me, it's the clinical side of me, and but persistence. A nurse friend of mine who I talked to since August joined, and she's from India. Her and I talked real bluntly with each other. She goes, I just love the glow. I love the shield. I said, well, tell me why. Gladys specifically. I don't have anything real specific, but it just makes me feel better and so much energy. So now she's going to be going back to India to visit family. And I don't know if they'll inspect her bags or not, but she says, I'm smuggling it in for all my family to try. I said, go ahead, Gladys. What the heck? So checked out the airlines, and I don't think they'll give her a problem. So 5 months of me saying, Gladys, you got to try this stuff. Gladys, finally worked, Jenny. I was like, you're going to take this stuff as it's the last thing I do.
That's awesome. Thank you, Kayla. And yeah, I think we could all relate to that. And, I have a lot of experience with this industry of direct selling now. And when I was first introduced, many of you guys know I was with another business for 13 years prior to Zalise. And I remember thinking, I've been pretty successful in my life at the things I've wanted to do. I think that because I'm a fitness instructor and a nurse and I write for the newspaper, that people will do what I say. and that didn't go very well. And so I got more and more frustrated. And I was like, what in the heck is wrong with people? And for me, it was like I started realizing that I was not as successful in this platform as I really thought I would be. Can anybody relate to that? And so honestly, I felt very average. I felt ineffective. I felt mad. I was frustrated. I wanted to be, mad at people, including my own family that I felt like wouldn't listen to me. And so, after that 13-year period of feeling average and average income and really doing a lot of self-development, a lot of personal growth, I was introduced to Zalease in 2017. And it's really kind of a contraband if you're worth one direct selling company to do another. And so when I was introduced and I saw my son's response, I had to make a very serious decision as to what I was going to do, because I knew if I pursued Zalease, it would mean I would actually get terminated in the other company. But because of the personal growth and development I had done, because of Nate's results, what happened to me was we caught a piece of momentum with Zalease. And, because of that, we were able to create market share and expansion. And, in our first really 7 years now, through the hardest of times, through the pandemic, through character issues of our founder and CEO, we've been able to generate about $900,000 in commission. And so that is a very significant point for me. And one of the things that I can contribute to our team is that when we're having a conversation about business, nobody can tell me this doesn't work, because it has worked for us. But here's the thing. It is not the best part of this platform. The money is awesome, and it gives you freedom and the ability to do many things. But the most valuable part of this platform, really, and I've thought about this a lot, because money gives us the ability to have, freedom and empowerment and make choices in our life and how we want to spend our time. But the most valuable part for me has been my ability to change my own life based on the thoughts that I think and the mindset that I have now versus 13, 20 years ago when I first started this industry. Anybody can relate to that? And honestly, one of the reasons, and you guys have all heard this before, if it's not for the books we read and the people we meet, we'll be the same person 10 years from now. But we can't always keep the people with us. So we always have the books. And through this personal development, I remember, early in my tenure with my other company, getting exposed to John Maxwell and greats, mentors who, came to Eric Weinmeier. Bo Short talks about him a lot, the blind guy who climbed Everest. And all of these mentors who ultimately are now on YouTube that we can listen to free. And through a series of mentors, there's something called the spiritual laws that were introduced to me. And you may or may not be familiar with them, but there's several spiritual laws. And as I was introduced to these spiritual laws, I started learning about the fact that I had never heard this before. And even though, I'm Christian and I'm a spiritual person, I had never heard that God created spiritual laws that if you don't follow them, if you violate them, that, you're not going to be able to get your very, very best success or outcomes in anything you do. And my life in 2014, a lot of you guys I didn't know at that time had really bottomed out from not knowing spiritual principles, these timeless principles. And the one that I wanted to share with you guys tonight is called the law of consciousness. And it sounds kind of crazy and heavy, but really it's that we are only subject to what we hold in our mind. And that's a really important rule that I read about a lot, because my dad was a endocrinologist. He was a physician. And his true belief was that nobody had to be depressed anymore because there's enough really great pharmaceuticals on the market. Like, it's about chemicals. And yet he was really kind of the one who recommended How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. He was kind of interested in this whole thought pattern and being able to actually reprogram your mind. And so what I have been most impacted by in terms of my success with Solis and looking back with that other company is all summarized in Power versus Force. And I want to show you guys this book, Power versus Force. Some of you guys might be familiar with it. Let's see here, Power versus Force by David Hawkins. Anybody heard of it before? So here's what's cool about it. And I'm going to show you a graphic as well. But David Hawkins is an MD PhD who is an amazing guy who's done a ton of research. And I was introduced to this by one of my personal mentors who's not alive anymore, but Wayne Dyer. I don't know if you guys have heard of Wayne Dyer at all. So Wayne talks about the scale of consciousness. Have you guys heard about the scale of consciousness? It's really, really very important for me, because when I saw the scale of consciousness and I started reading David Hawkins' books, I realized that I could choose my mindset, that I wasn't just a victim of depression or seasonal depression or feeling like I wasn't good enough or being stuck in shame and guilt because of the decisions I had made in my 30 years of marriage, but that truly everything is energy and thoughts are things. And I'm going to show you guys something. Let me share my screen here and see if y'all, I'm sure this is going to be kind of small. Can everybody kind of see this? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm screen sharing with you is something called the levels of consciousness. And this is something that we actually introduced to everybody in 2023. I think it was like February 5th that we did an elevation call, and we kind of showed this to you in a little different format. But what I love about it is this is a scale that measures energy. And everything in the universe is energy. And that's a fact, something that I really wasn't that familiar with. And energy is not necessarily good or bad, but it's high or low, it's fast or slow. And so when a high, fast energy is put into the presence of a low or slow energy, that low energy is nullified or dissolved, which is really interesting. So darkness is lower and slower energy than light. And light moves fast, and the absence of light is very low energy. And so in a dark room, if you light a candle or you turn on the light, the darkness disappears. More importantly, the darkness is converted to light. So when you bring higher energy to the presence of lower energy, and that lower energy could be looking at this scale, 200 and below is considered low energy. And that could be death, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. Everything below courage is considered low energy. And if you look at just the level of consciousness, it's in one column, the energy is in another, and the associated external state is in the third, kind of the fourth column over. So you can see the humiliation, blame, despair, regret, anxiety, craving, hate, scorn, and then affirmation is where 200 is. And so what this scale did for me in discovering it, and now I try to read every single week, is it let me understand that you can quantify energy levels. And this is considered consciousness or mood or energy states. But when you bring love to the presence of hatred, hatred not only dissolves, but it turns into love. And love is one of the higher emotions over the 200 level. And it is fascinating to see. There's books and books and books written on this. So I'm not going to get into a deep dive tonight. But what has really helped me is to understand that this level of consciousness chart, and part of what Power and Force does, Power versus Force, is it explains how they got these numbers. But literally people, pictures, photographs, like everything can be quantified by its level of energy. And they do that through muscle testing. And so this has been proven scientifically over 30 years. It's incredibly, incredibly valid science. But when you look at this and you feel frustrated, or you feel angry, or you feel shame, or you have an emotion that comes up from this whole process of building this business. If it's under 200, is it going to weaken you or strengthen you? And the answer is it's going to weaken you. So anything under 200 weakens us. Anything over 200, which starts with courage and affirmation, strengthens us. And so what has helped me the most from the study of myself and my failures is that with mentorship and with these amazing books that we have, we can learn something like the level of consciousness that helps us to choose to affirm, to have courage, to have neutrality, to have willingness to accept the things we cannot change, and literally to change the way that our emotions feel inside of our bodies. And where some people might think, oh my gosh, this is weird. This is scientifically valid stuff. And what I love is that we have access to this kind of information that can literally explain why some people have a negative reaction to Zalise, or maybe even will avoid conversation with us. But it's not because this is bad or that they are bad, but they are not viewing it as it is. They are viewing it as they are. And if somebody is stuck below 200, then it might not necessarily be a fit for them yet. Does that make sense? All right. So with that, I highly recommend Power versus Force. And for all of you guys on the call, I'm going to send you that scale. So that's your little free gift if you shared with me your why with Zalise. But it's really important to understand what is controllable and what is not controllable. Our attitudes and the energy that we bring to the world, and we bring to the company, and we bring to a conversation that we have with people is something that we can select. And when I look back at why I was not more successful in my first 13 years in the industry, it's because I didn't know that. And I thought it was black and white. And I didn't think the company was doing enough for me. And I had this entitlement attitude. And what happens in this industry, there's many ways you can make money. And this business model tends to splay you open and all of your failures and all of your weaknesses to the world. And sometimes it's just easier for people to quit than it is for them to move forward. And so all of you guys on this call, or if you're listening to the recording, what impresses the heck and inspires the heck out of me is that you guys keep going. And I want to recognize, those of you guys, because we just finished March and we're starting a whole new month. And you guys, there's a lot of people that I really want to shout out to, and I want to recognize that finished March working hard. Nobody's telling you to do that. You guys are just doing this on your own. So Barbara Durkee was 25 from Arkansas. Susan Everett, 23 from Indiana. We've got Christina Durham, 21 from Indiana. Marcia Smith, 18, all by herself in New York, Buffalo, New York area. Lois Palmer, kind of a new area in Idaho. She's Nancy Davis's team. Megan Dickens, number 14 from Indiana, part of Susan Everett's team. Linda Painter, number 13 from Arkansas. Kayla Malone, number 11 from Pennsylvania, all by herself, doing her thing with Joshua, her big bull mastiff. And then Nancy Davis was number 5, and then Hal and I were number 3. And then for personal volume, Workmeisters, 25. Whoop, whoop. And then Hal Henson was 23. Judy Baker, 17. Linda Joyner was number 12. Blue Angel Medical and Dental were number 3, and then Randall Painter was number 1, and that was a launch month. So some of these husbands are starting to get on the volume leaderboard. And so wanted to give you guys some kudos. And I also had the privilege of working with many of you guys in March. And you know that I love to be involved in what you're doing. And when I teach the fast track launch training, I usually tell people that if you do not involve your upline ranked leader then you could feel like an African wildebeest on the plains, truly getting pulled apart one limb at a time. And so, Kayla, it was thrilling to see her at number 11, because she involves me in a lot of the calls, three-way phone calls. And that's been a shift for her, and learning how to do that. When I got to hear Marcia Smith's live on Facebook, Marcia, I was like, dang, man, you had such strength, and you were standing in the snow, and it was a very wonderful Curiosity Facebook Live. I wanted you to share with me a little bit about what gave you just the energy to make that live, and tell me a little bit about the shift going on with you.
All right, well, I love it when you put me on the spot, Lisa. Um, so you talked a lot about personal growth, and I'm definitely, that's a daily practice. And so I think I'm shifting to, my personal shift is that I'm choosing to believe in myself, and I'm choosing to believe in the platform and the process. So people aren't going to line up down my driveway if I don't open up my heart and my voice and start talking about things. So and mindfulness is one of my keys that I use in my coaching and with people, pretty much all people that I talk to anymore. It seems like I'm always thinking about that. So it just seemed like a really good moment to step outside when it was snowing in Western New York the other day, and just label it as an external force. And we're bombarded with external forces all the time, but we don't have to let it get us down. And then you add that, and then I just kind of added that with, oh yeah, and if you use these products, oh, by the way, that resilience is going to be higher. So yeah, I'm just trying to put myself out there more, because like I said, people are not gonna just line up my driveway.
That's awesome.
There's no blinking light like this going to me. So.
And Marcia, how long have you been, working with me in Zalise?
Well, it would have been a year in January. So a year and a few months.
And, I would say that you have been cautious about affiliation as a holistic nurse. You weren't just looking to partner with a network marketing company as your birthright. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, this was not on my radar at all. At all.
So tell us, why Zalise for you?
Well, it was first, you first caught me when I was trying to find someone to help someone else in Arkansas as a coach. And then that conversation came. I don't even know how the conversation started, but I have some osteoporosis starting, and I did not want to go down the pharmaceutical route if I didn't have to. I've been kind of putting it off and looking for different ways, and got introduced to these products. And as soon as I heard that, it can help stimulate bone growth and all the other things it does, I was like, well, sign me up, because that's exactly what I was looking for. And then, I'm just a retired nurse trying to reinvent herself, because I still care about helping people. And I'm pretty sure that's my purpose on this planet. So I'm like, well, sure, let's just start as a bronze then and see how this all goes. So I've upgraded over a course of several months, and had to work through all this belief, though. That's been a struggle. So, and not just about it, but about me and all things involved. So, overcoming those fears and all that low energy, because I love that chart. It's totally, and just believing and letting it and allowing whatever your success is going to be, it's just going to come to you. And that's kind of where I'm at this week.
I love it. I love it, Marcia.
Not that I might not take a dive, but so far so good.
Well, and the other thing I learned about Marcia is that she had developed mental resiliency in 8 years of basketball. And, mental resiliency is something you learn. And, we didn't do sports. My dad was a doctor. Like, I just thought success should be easy. And the kind of mental resiliency that every single one of you shows by still being in this business, a month or a year or 10, after your initial enrollment is really a testament to who you are and the fact that you have chosen 200 or above. Because in this business, you live in that less than 200, you not only go down, you take everyone around you. And teams don't grow in that environment. That's why I think my job, what I've learned is that it wasn't about products. It wasn't about Nate. It was me learning to be my highest self. And that is truly what I love about the scale of consciousness, is that there's only one person who's hit 1,000 on that. Do you know who that was?
Jesus.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
right. Absolutely. And so, we have a mentor, but they've been able to actually quantify that. And I believe that that is the ultimate purpose of my why. It's why I'm here on the earth. It's why, Zalise has been such a great training ground, but it's to become and express the best version of ourselves in service to the world by putting our virtues into action. And that's really what we do for each other. And when I send you the scale and you can look on it, blow it up, see, where do you usually hang out on that scale? I was really amazed. And I was thinking of Marcia when I watched the girls, South Carolina versus Iowa today. And I saw one of the victors who was interviewed after the game. And they said to her, "Did you feel pressure?" Because they came really close to winning last year and they got eliminated by Iowa, in fact. And she said, "I felt no pressure." She goes, "Because my team, they care about me and they're never going to let me give up on myself." And that's what I want to share with you guys. Like, when you understand really what it's not about success in Zalise, it's about success in life. And I am so grateful for this team, because you guys have no idea how you inspire us every single day by your resilience. Want to just kind of share Zalise's story. Some of you guys know Nina Fuller. Like, she has not been active in this business for a long time, but in my first year in Evansville, she was very active. And life happens to all of us. And so she's, still a friend of mine, but not really active in Zalise. But she was visiting a friend in Florida 4 months ago. And she texted me, she goes, "Hey, I'm totally unplugged. I don't know what's going on right now with Zalise, but I have a friend that I think could really benefit from it." And her name is Beth, and what's going on. And so I introduced her to the CBD CBG combo, the liquid. And this woman has had 25 surgeries, 6 of them on her feet. And she's had 20 years of pain. She's had, has tried everything, and it's diagnosed as severe arthritis. And so I was like, I don't know how long it'll take, but I know you'll benefit. You might not notice it initially. I can't make any promises, but after her 90th day, I had a conversation with her 2 days ago, and she said, "I cannot believe how great I feel." She said, "I work in a restaurant industry. I'm on my feet all the time." She said, "I lived on Tylenol and Aleve, and it didn't ever fully take the pain away. I was in agony after every shift." And she goes, "My feet don't hurt anymore at all." She goes, "I cannot believe." She goes, "My job is a joy now." And she goes, "I was thinking that I would have to quit because of all the Tylenol and all the ibuprofen that I was taking." And, that is the kind of stuff that comes back to me. And through Nina, who's not really even active anymore, just made a referral. You never know the impact that you can make on someone's life. And, that's, yeah, that's volume every month. It's, it's a little bit of potential commission for somebody, but the impact it's made on her life after 25 surgeries just gave me such cold chills and a blessing that I thought, I just wish I could share all of these. I know you guys get your own, people that come back to you and say this really helped, but you also get things like Marcia says, her friend has had great results with Glow and Shield, but she's cost cutting. And so she's not going to do it anymore. And that's the stuff that, is harder, to get the no's, to get the, I'm canceling my auto ship, or I don't notice anything. And we start like losing hope that this is real. And, that's when we can slide down that scale of consciousness. So I want to just kind of pause for a minute and just see if you guys have any comments on anything we've discussed before I stop the recording and share with you about something.
I have a
Lisa?
question.
Yes,
Oh,
Jean.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay,
Okay, so which
Lauren.
is it, CBD or CBG that helps promote bone growth?
G.
G. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
I didn't know that.
Well, if you look at the science geek in me, if you look at where the receptors are located,
Mhm.
CB2 are in bone.
Okay.
Okay, Jean.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got on a little bit late. I'm getting better with technology, but hey, anyway, you were asking about whys for people. And originally
Yes.
when we got on, it was for Laurie, and I saw her, I got my wife back, from the Zalise products. But through the years of listening to Hal and Lisa talk and other leaders, they I've been doing a lot of reading books, and not so much reading, but listening to books on Audible. John Maxwell has just been knocking my socks off. I mean, he's a good author, great speaker, a lot of good information. And through Zalise with Hal and our leaders that we have here, a few months ago, I had to make some announcements to people at our work, and I'm terrified of talking in front of people. But there was only 30 or so people in the room, and they were all my friends. So, I was able to tell them, make the announcement what we had. So I was really happy with that. I did it 3 times that day because we had 3 different meetings. And then last week, good close friend of mine passed away. And there was over 100 people in the room. And they asked if anybody wanted to say anything. And, it was quiet for a little bit. I was nervous, but I stood up and I told the story about what Mike did at work. And, the whole room laughed. They thought it was amusing. But that's my why. I feel like I'm able to stand up. I'm getting better. I'm not the greatest yet, but, I'm able to stand up in front of people and talk to people. I feel a little more comfortable. I'm getting there, but it's, a lot of the support I'm getting, from, our support line and our friends, across the board. So I just wanted to thank every one of you, for believing in us. Thank you.
Jean, we do believe in you. How many years have you been in this business with us?
I don't know. I don't have that many fingers.
I think you guys have been there almost as long as we have.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've got a lot of growing we had to do, and we're still working on it, but we are not quitting. This got my wife back, and that's perfect. Love that.
Well, I love that, Jean. And, you can identify where you are as somebody who's growth oriented. Anyone who's growth oriented is above 200 just by definition. And, it's just a beautiful thing to see you and Lorena and just the changes that you guys have relentlessly pursued without even really pursuing income. You have pursued growth, and it shows in a very big way. And what an honor to your friend, Jean, that you were able to eulogize him and honor him despite your initial fear of speaking in front of people. So proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was kind of weird. No one else spoke. I was the only one. And like I said, there was over 100 people there. Couldn't figure it out, unless it's possible that they couldn't think of anything clean to say in church.
Jean, I think it's probably because it's the basic fear that everyone has. and you've been working on yours. So
Getting there.
beautiful. Thank you. Susan Everett, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to say this, but this past month has been a bitch. And I'd like to clean that up, but I'm not really sure how to. So, but what's really interesting about it is, and this is one thing I want to say, it's because everybody's talking about kind of the product side of this business, is I had the highest BV this month that I've ever had in the time I've been in Zalise. Now, you know, I'm not like diamond, but still for me, it was the highest thing. But what made a difference is that I had a team working with me. You know, I mean, I had Judy buying lots of product, and but I had like one of the people that you listed a while ago, Megan, somebody I barely even know, but she's on my team, you know, and she's out there really working the business hard. And so it's just interesting that with having a team with you, you can accomplish so much. That's it.
And Susan, how long have you been in Zalise?
Since March of 2019, I think.
And so when did you find your first business builder?
Oh yeah. Well, what was that, like 6 months ago, maybe? Yeah, not very long ago.
And so that's, you know, and Susan and I have had this conversation, you know, Susan crushed corporate America. You know, she's amazing as an employee. She's a high level employee. You know, she's already made her success in that business. And I remember conversations we've had where she's just like, this is really hard. You know, like, I can't believe how little income I'm earning and how hard I'm working with adversity in her personal life. And I'm like, you know what, Susan, if you just stick with it, I mean, you just never know when that one person is going to sit at your table.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to have that conversation with a colleague. And in your case, Linda Joyner, you know, she's a chaplain at a hospital. I mean, like like that doesn't sound like a great fit for Zalise. And, you know, she's just had a ton of courage in how she's shared this business with people. And I was on that initial call with Megan, and I'm like, Megan's an employee. I don't know if this is going to work very well. And she's been relentless, you know. So yeah, I personally believe that's why we're all here, is that it's not what you believe. It's like, how many other people can you influence to believe the way you do?
Yeah.
That is the challenge. So thank you, Susan, for sharing that with us. It's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, guys, I told you that I wanted to share some things as a family. And so I am going to turn off the recording, but thank you for being on. Let me see if I can do that here. Hang on a second.